When this comment says that I'm ignoring the audience that loves my work, it implies that I have a commitment to that audience. You can see it in it. That I'm ignoring, like, that loves, like, these are relational terms. So it's implying we have a personal relationship that they trust me inside of, and that I am failing to meet that commitment and breaking the trust, betraying them somehow. Is this true? No. But maybe.
I'm making myself a cup of coffee. Good morning. I have 30 minutes to make this video, so I'm gonna make every second count. This video is about CJ the X, and they thinks. Boo, boo, bitch, boo. Guys, come on, you know I'm kidding, come on. 2 years ago, CJ the X released a video where they talked about online entitlement. It's a 27-minute nothing burger, where CJ the X tries and fails to set a healthy boundary with their audience, with almost exclusively therapy speak along the way. That's horrible. Meanwhile, the actual topic of the comment is never directly deconstructed or disagreed with. Instead, CJ the X just trips over themselves trying to quote to other people's essays, and it just, God, it makes for a horrible watching experience. I had to put this shit on 2 times just so that I could jog my memory, and that was still a horrible experience. CJ's pronouns have to be they, them, the way every time there's a jump cut, I feel like I'm meeting a brand new fucking person. CJ the X is creating a 20-minute viewing experience where they're essentially creating a reaction video to a single comment. And it just, it does not carry that energy all the way through. I'm only really making this video because I feel so bad for the commenter. Because Lord knows, I too am in the Kia Asylum, and I've been in the Kia Asylum for like a year now. I'm stuck at 237 subscribers. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you 2 solid reasons as to why I don't like this video in particular, and then I'm gonna let you go home. We're having a half day because I'm getting tired.
I certainly never consciously or explicitly with my tongue.
With their tongue, they emphasize. Fuck else are you using? Your nipples? First things first, I'm an archivist at heart. I come from a family of bookkeepers and record keepers. My dad has a high-quality terabyte of photos and videos from my childhood that I can reflect on whenever I wish. My mom tried to create a detailed digital scrapbook of my birth, and then my dad accidentally deleted it, and for her, that was like 3 9/11s. Which is really funny because I was born on 9/13, 2000, a whole year before 9/11 even happened. So I can just imagine my mom right in front of her Microsoft Word document just seeing that the file's missing and being like, oh man, I wish there was a national tragedy about that I could use to explain my current feelings. So history isn't written by the winners. It's written by the survivors. It's written by the record keepers, by the archivists. But it's not just my feelings on the matter that are perturbed. At the core of this video, CJ the X is arguing that recording their art is degrading its quality in some meaningful way. They vaguely allude to embodiment as if our senses themselves aren't simulations and we aren't just hallucinating embodiment wherever we are. CJ is tugging at something abstract, some metaphysical property of a physical space. However, that is not a good or solid foundation for your rhetoric. It makes no fucking sense. It comes out of nowhere. I have no problem with CJ the X making this arbitrary decision. That's fine. You can have that be founded on whatever feelings you're feeling. It's the fact that this video that you've made is attempting to rhetorically defend itself by quoting people's essays and like trying to, that doesn't make sense. It is a feeling. It's okay to have a feeling. That's fine. You can just say no. This is essentially another bean soup paradigm. A creator on TikTok tried to make a bean soup recipe, and then the people in the comments were like, what if I didn't like beans? Then don't make the fucking soup. The crux of CJ's final argument is essentially that audiences, regardless of the content, regardless of who the audience members actually are, have this natural tendency to bean soupify anything and everything that they consume. His final point hones in on the stress of open source code, with the titular phrase being that open source isn't about you. This first point is a bit subjective, so please take it with a grain of salt. I feel like, God, in what world is your essay content comparable to the foundational bits of open source code across medicine and civil engineering and society, to the point where not preserving it is a meaningful, what are we talking about? I personally feel like that's egotistical as fuck. But once again, subjective, grain of salt, just pass this along. And my second point, I'm sorry, I have to eat. I have to film this video, and then I have to go to work. I'm sorry, this is just going to have to be what's happening. My second point is that it's not your fault that you have an unruly audience, but it is your responsibility to set healthy boundaries with that audience. And if you fail to do so, then they are rather obviously within their own full right to pull their attention away from you and pull their funding away from you. Human relationships aren't transactional, but they are reciprocal. You do tend to get treated the way you treat others. And so the only reason that you feel comfortable framing it as entitlement is simply because your audience gave you their consent to frame it as entitlement. It takes two to tango, like rope. So for any other aspiring content creators, myself included, I give this bit of advice. Everybody knows the tidbit about algorithms, wherein instead of saying, oh, is this designed for the algorithm, you change that word out with audience. I actually want to go one step further and one step more intimate. For just a second, please forget about the audience and ask yourself, am I setting a good dynamic, a good conversational dynamic between me and you? Not this nebulous abstract audience concept. What the fuck? Why are you on the fridge? One of my only goals is to have good conversations with you, the viewer, singular, and to set good boundaries and to set good ideas into motion. And I think that's the note. Sorry, I'm still eating. I think that's the note that I want to set on. There is no artistic integrity in the live broadcasting of your own digital self-harm. Either learn how to set better boundaries or shut the fuck up. Thank you. Sorry. Guys, help. My steak too juicy? My lobster too buttery? Bitch, shut the fuck up.